Alright. Hello, and welcome to stream. We are back with episode 6, season 4, Neon Divide Alternative. We are currently in the lobby. Let me swap on over here. Hello. Hope you're having a good day so far. Alright, so today we have Undercity Wasteland rotation. I'm just doing one last check here, making sure I've got everything set up right. There we go. I think we are good to go. Alright. So, I believe that the starting bell has not gone off yet. We're still getting ready for starting positions. I'll do one more quick recalibration here. There we go. That should work. Also going to steal one more quick drink here before we go in. Oh, and there we have it. There's the starting bell. I think we're going to give it just a second so that we aren't spawning in on a whole bunch of people coming off the boats.
Has begun.
And today we do have Renegade back playing Harper. So we're not going to be alone for Avalon this time. But out of character between sessions, we did have to deal with some of the repercussions of the corporate gate getting bombed after we told Dr. Hofstein that it would be safe. So he was not happy about that, so I sent a response message back in character saying that I'll take care of it and make sure security is properly up to snuff. So as soon as we get back to a row session, I think I'll be pinging GMs and saying to up security, but since we're just doing Undercity Wasteland today, it should be fine. Another second before we hop in there. So I do also still have the old headset cable in with all the sparkles, because did have some family visiting this week, so I completely forgot and it slipped my mind, so I'm going to try, and I think tomorrow, before Monday's session with Wardens, I'm going to try and swap over to the new cable. As this one has started to have like little popping sounds from time to time if you turn your head right, which is very annoying. And I hope that that's not showing up on stream. It shouldn't. It should just be me hearing it. Still got a little bit of a frog in my throat. Drink a tiny bit more water, and then we're going to hop in there. Should have more than enough time for everybody to have moved on from the docks. So there we go. All right. Well, let's get in there. We're all set and ready to go. Firearm, radio. Let's do it. All right. I'm also purposely waiting a bit so that I can say to Harper that I've been dealing with emails back and forth with Hofstein and setting up new security and such. But here we are. Back down in the Undercity. We still have that bill hovering over our heads, though. It does seem like it will be progressing very soon. Excuse me. I'm not sure what we might have in store today, and I need to turn off nameplates. Completely forgot about that. There we go. I did get around to updating this a little bit, mainly just deleting a few older things. I still need to work on it a little bit more. There's still some things I can probably scratch from that. There was also a announcement before session that if you are going to try and enter the tavern to ping GMs, but we don't have any reason to go in there. Who's that hooded figure? Oh wait, no, that's that's Phantom's character.
Weird.
No, I got. Remember that painting I warned you about how me and Jackie saw some fucking weird shit?
Good to see Harper out and about today.
Sloan,
Good day.
I'd like to inquire about something earlier.
Very well.
Consider this a bit of a understanding as far as the future. I have no cons with you, anything like that, but I heard through a few sources that... Would you like to tell me about some changes that Avalon made recently?
I suppose, yes. I believe it was a forward-facing announcement that anyone that is of a semi-human persuasion will need to be charged up front for their treatment.
I see. And
Indeed.
I'm guessing if they don't have that information, if they don't have that, I'm guessing services are ended.
It would be correct, yes.
What's your plan?
I don't really have one today.
Rather a bit unopportune for Avalon, won't you say? That's done a lot of business.
I would agree.
Could turn down a lot of potential customers.
To say the least.
It would be horrible if Avalon maybe potentially had... I might have a bit of negative PR, won't you say? By now we were, the time out's worded.
Indeed.
I feel like at least... Sorry.
Have any of you seen the static come?
The what?
What?
There's puddles of static that are just white and staticky on the floor. I've been told they're at the taverns. I'm gonna go check there, but there was a trail in the air district, so...
Right.
I hadn't noticed.
No, I did not know.
Okay, I'm gonna go break into the tavern. Let me know if you see anything weird. And don't
Okay.
shoot the strangers. The weird things. Whatever weird things we got going on here, don't shoot them, please, and thank you.
Stranger?
What a way to start off a conversation.
I have no idea. Anyways. If I could be twisted in a way that could potentially hurt Avalon, might be beneficial, wouldn't you agree?
Indeed, I would. Do you have any ideas?
Maybe spin in a way that garners enough negative pushback from the others. Maybe not won't be push Avalon as a whole, but enough to make people's words quite evident. And maybe information-related individuals who may be responsible for such decisions might also add some pressure to them as well.
I see. Do we perhaps have a way of getting some testimonials from other corporate members to help aid in this.
That could be an angle we could try to venture for.
We may perhaps need to find
There
a
is-
third party that could help assist us in this endeavor.
Indeed. And you know, it would be up to maybe anonymous sources that put this information out, because it would be a shame. Because of course, I would never try to hurt Avalon as they are a respected business partner. And
Of
you
course.
as Avalon employees would never do such a thing.
Indeed.
Perhaps we can think of a little plan that may work that way.
Indeed. And you know, we do just so happen to have a independent source that is frequently able to hijack larger viewing platforms.
Indeed. That may be a valuable source then.
I think perhaps
Enough
if you
to give
can...
a little bit of a hot seat of Avalon.
I think perhaps if you can get me some information to send their way, that I might have some connections that can reach them.
I think I might better do that. I'll have my sources look more deeper into the reason behind it, and maybe a bit, behind the minds of it as well.
Indeed.
And of course, if that comes out, I'm sure there'll be a certain degree maybe Shimizu might... Because after all, we woefully just oppose the bill and everything it has.
Indeed. There can be multiple angles
We'll see what I
taken.
can pull.
I'll start seeing what I can dredge
And
up.
maybe it's been for Trident as well as maybe doubting. Maybe a scandalous report of potential misconduct or mismanagement when it comes to patients. Who knows?
Indeed. I think that's
Let's-
something that even if
see
they
if you can give me
were
something.
forced to do,
In the water district, the tavern alarm is going.
well, seems like she was successful.
Well, that worked.
But regardless,
I'll see if I can get some names, information, and see if you can get me something to maybe work on.
indeed, I'll see what I can do.
Excellent.
If we can just a little bit of leverage, we can easily push the whole profit margin bottom line being severely impacted by this new change.
Indeed.
They care about money more than anything else.
Exactly. Making me mindful that hurts the most. Profits.
Precisely.
But that's all I have for now.
Very good. I'll stay connected.
Of course. We both know how to contact each other when we need to.
Indeed. Do take care.
You as well.
Now that's an interesting angle we can take.
So, anything interesting happened yesterday I should be caught up on?
Agent Sloan, Miss Harper, are either of you here?
Indeed, they're both present.
Wonderful. If you have a moment, at least for Miss Harper, may I swing by and ask a few questions?
Indeed, Miss Winter. We should be at the clinic momentarily.
Wonderful. I may take a little bit finding it. First time down here and all that.
Ah, of course. Well, that's one of the updates from yesterday. We have a Avalon survey taker, I suppose.
I see.
I'm afraid to say that yesterday was mainly bad news, but I'll get more into that in a moment.
Very well.
There you are. Good day, madam.
Well, it just so happened I saw you both, so I figured I'd come along. Miss Harper, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Winter Heisel, Avalon Public Affairs.
No, you know me already, but Alice Harper, Doctor for Avalon.
Quite. I've heard quite a lot about you, madam. Now, if you, have a moment, I've been going around acquiring inquiries for our year in review. I know there's been quite a few, hot topics as of late especially, some that I believe are especially pertinent to yourself and me. Would you care to go in for a brief interview? I promise it won't take too much of your time.
Of course.
Thank you.
After you.
My, so quaint this area, Undercity is. Goodness me, first time down here, and this place is...
Me
way
too.
very different. I suppose that's fair. Do you have a spot that you'd prefer to go and relax at?
There are couches
All
this
you
way
hear
if you
about
wish.
sofas.
Wonderful.
Right. So we have that interview going underway. But that is an interesting angle indeed that we could try taking. I like it because it can actually start hurting upper management's bottom line.
It's just so we can capture the audio. Also, as
We can start getting all the other corporations to have an interest in not passing this bill through.
addendum to the interviewing questionnaire that
But the problem is,
my supervisor
if the corporations are outwardly
wish, but that
supportive of the bill, it will be more difficult to get testimonies. Perhaps if the whole process is kept anonymous, that could help.
provide me 1 second.
But we shall see.
So, as soon as you're ready, there should be the little circle down there. You'll be able to press it, and we will begin with questions. Whenever you are prepared.
Alrighty, going to go.
Wonderful. So, for the record, would you please state your name, your occupation, and where you reside, your primary residence?
Dr. Alice Harper, Avalon Doctor, residing in Mid-City Condo.
Mid-City. You're the second person, I believe, I've spoken to who says they're from Mid-City. Lots of row. Well, I suppose that was fair, given lots of row in Undercity, more specifically.
That would make sense.
Ooh, excuse me. Next question. What would you say is your general opinion of Avalon? Your overall perception? Nothing too specific, just your general view. It can either be of the branch itself, the corporation as a whole, or what have you. Mind you, I should have specified this as well. Do forgive me. As this is for our year in review, this is not only supposed to be used as a morale booster for the individuals who reside in the clinics throughout our various rows, but also a way for us to receive feedback, so to speak, to push hopeful change up the line. After all, public affairs does work both ways.
In theory.
Answering these questions. So, what would you say your opinion of Avalon is overall, either as a branch, the one that you reside in with Agent Sloan, or as a corporate whole?
I'd say that we do great work for people. We do heal the sick and injured. We do find cures for diseases and all that good stuff. We are a great driving force for the medical R&D of the universe as we know it, really. And I mean, it's great to work at the forefront of all this, trying to, like, I guess, push change in the universe for a better.
That's a good
And
answer.
sometimes we
My
get
mind.
a bit of a bad rap for maybe some higher premiums and stuff, but I guess you pay for perfection?
You would be I think the second person who's actually shared that sentiment. Seems rather uncommon. But, at the end of the day, I do see where that sentiment lies, so I don't fault you for it. Next question. How long have you been working with Avalon?
It's been so long. Well over 20 years. I kind of grew up
my.
into it. Parents
2
were Avalon.
decades. How old are you, if I may?
30.
30? My, you look very good for 30. Respectably, man.
Thank you.
Wonderful. 20 years. Now, could you mentioned you're a doctor, of course, but would you care to extrapolate a bit on some of your experiences with Avalon? You don't have to go into the complete nitty-gritty with everything, but if you were to generalize some of them, what would you say they are?
I'd say basic to intermediate medical research into general surgery practices, including occasional stints of brain surgery. That's probably my more higher medical aid.
My, neurosurgeon. Well, it seems no wonder that you've received such glowing praises from many people within the row. Even some of the most, I gotta say, good Alice, some of the most staunch anti-corporatists have even looked at you and said that you are the good one. So, you should be proud of yourself, I'd say.
As they should.
Yeah, it's very humbling.
Now, as we're here in the Undercity, it seems only fitting. What would you say the general opinion is of Avalon towards the Undercity?
That depends on who you ask.
Our particular branch has found an interesting niche down here where we are accepted, perhaps cautiously. I don't feel like we're necessarily looked at, gawked at, or researched into what we're doing, but we're not exactly fully trusted either.
Keeping a line on you, more or less. I take it, would you go out of your way to say that the Undercity is quite more openly anti-corporate by comparison to some of your contemporaries up in the row?
Yeah, that's a
Well,
question.
That may be a bit of a loaded
I can at least
question,
say that this clinic at least hasn't been raided multiple times like the row one. I feel like a bit more welcome down here than in the row in some points.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, the clinic and the row has been raided a few times in the past.
That's
Then
an
again, it's not the
understatement.
worst
Scary.
row.
Oh, isn't that the truth? I've heard many stories, but I've spent so long up in the offices that I actually hadn't had a chance to come down here until recently, or at least to the row in general. So I suppose whether that's my blessing or curse is up to interpretation. Next question.
Depends on the day, I guess.
If you... I suppose it's fair. My goodness, there was a situation at the bank right across from it last time, so... Goodness gracious me. Anyway, any ideas you would have to improve things?
More PR related things, maybe public outreach, maybe blood drives or something. Trying to show that we're there for the people, not just trying to get their wallets, which I mean, bottom line, money is but it's good to at least put up that image of the good faith.
Spoken like a true corporatist. Very good. For this next one, we may have to.
Going down to a whisper.
This
Alright.
one is a question.
Oh,
that
perhaps
pertains
not.
more directly to Avalon's policies. So this one I'd like to perhaps keep a little bit more off recording record.
Hmm.
Of course.
Let us both be frank here. You know of the bill that's being proposed.
Unfortunately.
What do you think you would do if the bill passes?
I'm not quite sure. I assume that at least being part of a corporation, there's some protection for us, but how long that'll last or how far that will reach, I'm not entirely sure. So I guess cling to Avalon the best I can, hope for the best.
Now, I also mention this question because you and Agent Sloan have worked very diligently at the Row Clinic from what I've understood. As you can imagine, Avalon is quite large, and especially the branch we have here is, well, not specifically within the Row, but the Avalon branch that resides on this planet is quite significant. So I'm not able to get all of the nuances for every single individual, but this Row does seem to pop up more frequently than others. You wouldn't happen to know there would be significant acts of violence, do you?
In what way and towards whom?
I suppose the branch would be one to worry about, as it is Avalon related. After all, I'm not sure if you've heard, but even the corporate docks received an attack last week.
I did
Yesterday,
hear about
technically.
this on the news. I wasn't in last week, but luckily, otherwise I might have been there.
It didn't seem to last
Uh,
an incredibly long, brief skirmish from the sounds of it, but
There has been quite a bit of violence in the Row lately, particularly towards the bill in some ways, protests, general violence. More so than usual, of
you
course.
noticed an uptick?
But yes, very much so. From both demi-human and non-demi-human protesters.
Would you say you've noticed any ringleaders or any people that at least I should be wary of? I am a demi-human after all, but I don't plan to die too quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Not that I've seen, because usually I'm being brought to the clinic to heal the ones that usually end up dying from these acts of violence, pretty much. So the ringleaders will probably not really show themselves, or
That's
they're
fair.
dead when I find them.
Suppose that's fair. Agitators and all that, of course. And I'm quite practiced myself for it, after all.
Yeah, be crazy not to be.
Oh, for sure. Well, if it helps, though, that would generally conclude the interview. I appreciate you taking this time to sit and speak to me. Do you
Those were
have
some
any
good
questions
answers.
for me? I am, well, happy to answer.
Do you think this bill will pass?
It's
Fuck
hard to
you,
tell.
bitch.
After all, given the incredibly weighty nature of it, it is ostracizing a very significant portion of the population, down to the level of synthetics, it seems as if, in new property.
Yeah.
And that would allow for people, in theory, to do whatever they would want to demi-humans. And I've met a few
and
already.
this
who-
place of all places, it's a rough part of town.
And
Rough
as I'm
planet,
sure you
even,
can
I'd say.
imagine. No, yes. And as for someone of my stature, as I'm sure you can, well,
Oh,
imagine.
actually, that's convenient.
Yes. Wings are quite pretty.
Hey, Sloan, I'm using your facility for
Ew,
something.
I
Don't
take
worry
very
about it.
good care of them.
Very well.
They're, oh.
Hey, Harper. Harper, I
my.
got something for you. You should really take a look. Come on.
Okay,
So cool.
someone's being chased by flaming things from the sky. I'm gonna go investigate that. If you could get that
Be
sorted.
safe. Thank you for your time. Come on. That was a fun convo.
Is that a TV?
Thank you. Hope to see you more, Miss Alice.
All right, this thing's
Likewise.
technically alive.
What have you brought into this clinic?
So it's like like a living teratoma. It's weird. It's so cool. It's so interesting. Like he just like starts fucking with it. Just like look. There's teeth. There's hair, and every time you touch it, it's a little staticky and weird. Yeah, look at it.
So what do you want to do with it?
I don't know. I think it has some sort of biochemical reaction that then like powers the TV, and I think it surged to a degree where it made it explode. So I think it would be worth exploring what this thing can produce, what it can do, etc., etc. Not only for the interest of your company, but the interest of me.
You think it's some kind of biochemical fueled power?
Well, it was powering the TV without an extension cord or anything like that before. And it was static, and it was playing shows and shit like that. So my thinking is that this is some sort of biochemical reaction that keeps the TV on, but it's also having to do with something like the weird non-magical occurrences that have been happening in the Undercity. Shit that we can't explain. Yeah. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. He pulls out a tooth. Look.
Huh.
Teratoma.
Should you really mess in this thing in your fancy suit?
I'm a xenobiologist. Any outfit is a xenobiology outfit.
Fair enough.
You know,
So do you want
xenobiologist
to
is a very
sample
outdated
and
term.
run it?
Yes, that's what I
True,
want. You guys have the
considering-
systems here.
Most people are xenos.
Yeah, no.
It's kind of a common
Xenobiologist
thing.
was a word coined when Terra was still around, and it was very, very long ago.
Yeah.
What would be a better name for me?
General practice biologist? That's
General
not
practice
everything, though.
biologist. I guess, but that just doesn't like.
Doesn't sound very
xenobiology.
fancy.
Doesn't sound like mad scientisty. All right. Anyway, sample. All right. So he's just gonna cut off a little piece of tissue, as well as take a couple of the teeth, a couple of the hair. All right. DNA samples and stuff like that. That's your stuff because I don't have access to that stuff.
Okay.
There we go. Ugh, gross. And is there?
Sloan, would you mind
like,
getting the lid to the
Yes, I can.
diagnostics machine?
the general composition? Is it entirely teratoma or is it like?
Ugh.
Where did he say he found this?
Did he say?
I think that might be good to ask.
That's skin.
Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
Anyway, I'm gonna go help Renegade.
Cassie, where exactly did you find this?
Oh, originally it was on the back of some gentleman who wasn't really doing too right. He was watching it, and it turned his eyes into static, and he was partially blind because of it. He wore sunglasses and wasn't looking too hot. And he brought it to the bar. I bought it off of him, and I had it stored in the back of his bar. But then it apparently exploded, or something, and set off the alarm. But come over here, take a look at this. This is skin. Which is very
replace
disturbing.
the material?
Extremely disturbing. I don't know. I don't know if this wood and metal is bone or something else. It's peculiar and strange.
Has there ever been anything
What to do?
recorded like
It's
this
a
before?
Well, xenobiology, rapid growths, my subsect in Geb was unfortunate and not really something I want to talk about right now.
Right.
Anyway, thoughts. Anyway, sorry, I'm having a lot of. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway. What was I talking about again?
You were talking about if there were cases like this in the past.
Yes. I dealt with several cases where rapid growth, tumors, teratomas, just rapid organ death, etc., with experiments and stuff like that. And it can get real nasty.
You're not gonna believe this. Or maybe you will. Okay, that mass of flesh is human in nature. It's human DNA. It's about 5 years old. The DNA is sourced from
5 hours old.
people from. It's 5 hours old, and it's
5 hours
sourced
old.
from people from 1950s. This is very old DNA. And it's synthetic. So, it's like 1950s test
Anything that
tube
old
TV
would be highly regulated and controlled by corporations.
Yeah, it'd be
Now
in
I'm starting to
like
regret
a lab.
bringing it here. Something tells me I'm not getting this back.
Well,
Unless you do give it back, I'll happily experiment on it.
perhaps this should be a joint effort.
You know what? I thought you'd never say. The best biologist on Hellion, not doctor, biologist. I say that's a good idea. Just write me down and document me as a third-party aspect. And don't
Indeed.
elaborate any further. I know there's a couple pieces of paperwork that you'll have to fill out, but I ask that you lie, okay? Because I don't need some folks of my past on my back. Both Avalon and Gary. If you
I'll see
put
what
in
I
the
can do.
correct systems.
Skedaddling, let me know if you move the TV, or where you move the TV if you need it again.
How long has she been standing there?
I believe the entire time.
That one.
Since you got here.
Yes,
Fuck,
they've been standing
I
there
didn't
the
even
whole
notice.
Oh, don't mind me.
I didn't even notice them. Anyway, secrets. Shush. Anyway, this is fucked up. Let's keep it here. Keep it contained. Teratomas, tumors, etc., potentially cancerous, whatever, can rapidly grow in my experiences. So make sure to keep it in a box, something extremely contained and strong.
Yeah, this is a
Strong.
biological
I
hazard.
re-emphasize. Strong containment, please. This is like how 80% of those cheesy-ass movies that Ruina has me watch start.
Exactly. Prepare biggest specimen box.
Good. I'll leave it with you guys. Don't incinerate it yet.
Elections are hopping in.
Shit.
Right.
If I get elected, I swear to God.
Oh, it is today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's happening now.
Well, best of luck, Cece.
Yeah, we have good surgical gloves.
Indeed.
Well,
gonna-
it seems you both have your hands full.
This for the
Good
back.
luck, then.
Indeed. Thank you for
Mhm,
stopping
thank you.
by, Miss
Have a
Winter.
good day.
Of course. I'll be around for
Oh,
a
it
little bit
stinks.
if you wish to follow up.
Very well.
Click, click.
I'll be honest, I'm not exactly thrilled at the prospect of keeping that in here.
Neither am I. But I'm at least a little curious of what the hell it is, or who made it, or why it's here.
I am most concerned if it
But
is
I'm
contagious.
fully for throwing it in the incinerator at some point. Yeah, that's why I put it in their most advanced specimen box, which is anti-radiation, anti-biohazard, anti-everything, more or less.
Hopefully it will be enough.
Do you still need help with the roll? Or did
Oh, no,
sorry
I
to
got
get to
that.
you? Alright,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, and I'd say for when we do decide to throw it out, we just toss the container with it. Was that there before?
I don't see anything.
You don't see like the piles of like static goop?
I think it might be decent.
Okay.
Oh, I'm starting to see something.
Oh, yeah, it goes over there and here and oh wait. This is like just ghost goop. What the? Huh? I actually don't know if we're supposed to. Oh, that's a question. I don't know if we're supposed to see this.
Jam present. Hi, Renegade.
Because if so, it's alarming. If not, then we carry on.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Are we supposed to see this goop like trails all over the place in here right now?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So.
Right. God, are you still here?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to call down the cleaning team to take care of this.
Okie dokie. That's fine.
I'm going to denote this as a high-level biohazard.
Okay.
We didn't move the TV this way.
Nah, we just took it straight to the containment crate. So where exactly did this come? Huh? Bizarre.
Don't like that. It leads to the
Anyway,
morgue.
perhaps we get out of here and get the cleanup crew down here.
Yes, I think this is outside of our purview.
I think I heard a knock on the other side, but go answer from the other side.
Yes, that would be prudent. Ah.
It's out here too.
Good day, Miss Sam.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm not sure if you're a cop, Win, but I do believe I have an idea of what the goop came from. It actually broke into the cafe out in the Water District. It was some sort of TV that had flesh in it.
Yes, we do currently have the TV in proper storage at the moment, and we have a cleaning team coming to address the puddles of strange static.
Yeah.
But you said it broke into the cafe.
Yeah.
So it's able to move then.
Weird.
Yeah, no, it was walking. It actually, if you're correct, it actually came from the I think it's a gondola that's over in the Knowledge District, and it walked all the way to the cafe.
Did it have legs
It
then?
had legs?
I didn't see it, but I'm assuming yes.
Right. This keeps getting more interesting.
Let me put that in a secure container. And I'm very much looking forward to getting this business done with and having it thrown in the incinerator.
Indeed. I think perhaps it would be prudent to escalate this a bit before it gets out of hand.
Yes.
No, that I only heard in passing about breaking in, but yeah.
Oop.
Just I saw the goop trail start from the gondola, and it's it moved
Ruh-roh.
quite a distance. Matter of fact, at least where
My headset
I
just
saw it
died. I don't
was,
know if you can still hear me.
Yes,
Oh.
we can.
I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear us.
No.
TV's infected Sloan.
Yeah. It's taken somebody.
If you can still hear me here, then I'm going to quickly fix this issue. One moment.
Right. But yeah, no, I originally saw the goop trail right here, and I followed it out of the gondola, so I can only assume it went past this point to the cafe.
I see. Well, I'm sure you've seen it, but it is quite concerning looking.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it, but I can imagine if it's the TV with flesh.
Yeah, not the best thing to look at.
Oh, they're doing the drawing now.
Oh, where?
Out in the water district, I can hear him.
Perhaps we go. I think Sloan will be a minute.
Oh no. It seems he's passed out.
Yeah, he went blind about 10 minutes ago and said that he was gonna reorient and fix himself a bit, and it doesn't seem to be going well.
No. No. No.
He's... I mean, right here kind of looks like he's in a drunken stupor, but...
Yeah. Though his ankles are the wrong way. No longer with his feet.
Do you want to first the calendar?
Oh. Life? No. I'd suggest to move him, but that's
I wish I could. Like, I wish I could just, just kind of scoop him up and just put him on the couch behind the doors, but... Oh. Oh. Nectar aren't supposed to do that.
No?
That's some crazy moves there.
Yeah. Sloan's practicing for the winter breakdance competition.
Breakdance.
Actually, I can do something. I can use the power of God to move him into a closed area.
Ah.
Hello, Renegade.
Hello, would you mind teleporting Steven into the clinic? He's having some bad tech issues and out of sight.
Yeah, I can do that. I can take care of that.
Just move him, but... Alright, Sloan just had a headache. He's just gonna get some medication and a little drink of water and he'll be fine. No more breakdancing today.
Yeah, no.
Hello.
Hi.
So full of energy.
Testing, real quick. 1, 2, 3. All right, I think we're alive again. Woo! Apologies for all that stuff. I think we should be back up good and running. And now I got the new cord in, so there's no sparkles, and it is crystal clear. So that is totally on me. Apologies. I should have done this before stream, but it is what it is. All right. Let's turn my trackers back on. All right. Well, at least now that that's out of the way, that should have everything sorted back out. All right. Should still be good with all that. Test. Make sure.
Yeah, boy.
Nice. That is still on voice mod. Good. All right foot is on. Go. More. We're alive. All right. There we go. Now, calibrate real quick. Perfect. All right. Good there. It wouldn't be a VR chat stream if there wasn't something going horribly wrong. All right. Let's get back to Undercity. But again, apologies, that was totally on me. I should have replaced the cord earlier. But I guess now I know that cord is completely dead. I was expecting it to have a little bit more life in it. But it is what it is. And it's so nice to not have sparkles anymore crackling in the ears. We are smooth. Resize that. All right. It's a good thing I've got this process down so well that I can do it in like 5 minutes now. Oh, there's a lag spike there. Guessing that was probably because the map was loading in. There we go. We got things sorted. Now we can just re-prepare and then hop back in there. Hopefully... Nah, we most likely missed the Undercity Council announcements by this time. But we'll catch it again. Alright. Get the volume up. Whoa. Big old lag. Oh. Goodness. Hello, I live.
Yes, hi. I'm going down to the wasteland.
Nice.
Oh, you're lagging. Like, hard.
Oh dear. In what way?
Yeah. When you replied, you're pointing like 10 feet behind me.
Oh no.
So I'm not sure if that was just you finally recentering yourself, or that's actually you lagging. I'm gonna just walk around you as I talk, and just tell me where I am in your screen, your perspective.
I'm pointing at you. I'm turning with you.
Then yeah, no, it's fixed. Yeah, when you replied a moment ago, it's just you were pointing way behind me.
But it's good now?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Now, I'm going to the wasteland.
Good luck.
So, you have fun. Yes. Oh.
Yeah, I'm guessing that was the initial load in there. Reloading all the avatars and such. All right. That. Alright, good there. Now we need our gun. Perfect, perfect. And then radio. Alright. With that settled up real quick, I'm going to quickly grab some water again. Oh, and I almost forgot the camera. That's important. There we go. And I have been debating swapping to the type of camera I've been using for Wardens with Fan RP, but I'm kind of on the fence because I've always stuck with this style of being able to see behind me for all the seasons so far, so it might feel strange to swap over all of a sudden. Got that up there. Alright. Good with that. Perfect. Alright, we are set and ready. So I'm real quick, just going to grab a little bit of water, and I will be right back, and we'll hop back in and figure out what was going on while we were dying.
I believe it. I'm heading back to the prop room.
Look at this man, deaded, gone, reduced to a cripple. Hello.
Tanner, what is your question?
If I actually have a disagreement on how it's handled amongst everything else, if I see that the player is potentially going to die, am I able to actually interject?
Are you what?
Able to interject at all?
I would prefer not.
Very well.
You can, if the air spirit disagrees that much, they can just not show up.
I'd still show.
Hold on. Java.
Extremely busy, so give me just a few moments and I'll happily get back to you.
Alright, Java.
I know,
Perfect
I know,
timing.
and I think it's Aeon, but I'm out of character. I'm playing. Oh, never mind. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll get to you as soon as I possibly can. Yes, Squish.
Hi, sorry.
Ugh.
Let me give you your admin panel. Aeon is literally just about to be at the thing.
Okay.
There's your power.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
All right, we are
I
back.
can hear you. Alright, I'm going to
Everything's
summon
still
you
looking
at the
good.
fire shrine. Because
Should I be
Aeon is on their
larger,
way to the
smaller?
incinerator. No, just as you are.
All right.
Do I still want to murder them?
We recalibrate.
I think
No. We are. We are wanting you to, because Aeon is going to be giving back the stuff that they lost.
There we go. Good to go.
We are wanting
All right.
you to yell at them.
Let's get in there.
And encourage them to.
Let's just walk back through the dock here. So, all right, good. Now that all the scuff is out of the way. And again, it is so nice to have a brand new cord now. It was particularly really bad, like right there before the headset died. There was sparkles everywhere, and the popping was like every 10 seconds. But now we're all set. That's desynced now, so it's flying all over the place. Alright. Let's see if we can find Harper. Figure out what happened while I was dying. Harper, are you on this channel?
Yeah, have you returned?
Indeed I have. Did I already miss the elections?
Yes. The person that won the election were Cece, Cassie, and Marin.
Ah, very good.
Yeah, a easy bunch to work with for sure.
Indeed. I think we can start making some progress now.
Agreed.
Righty. So, with that all squared up, we do still need to give Harper the rundown about yesterday with Mr. Hofstein. Good day.
How you doing, Sloan?
Fairly well. And yourself?
Doing okay. Did a little bit of work on the electrical system. 5 or so days ago, I believe, union person, as far as I can tell, didn't really know the old systems. Just fucked it up just a little bit. Nothing terrible, but fixed it up, and yeah, that's fixed. Shouldn't cause any fires or anything else that would do.
Very good.
Yeah.
I don't suppose you've noticed if the parfait shop was open.
If it is, I don't know. I haven't been over there recently.
Hasn't been open for a while.
Yeah, now I'm just waiting around, get my payment. Council is a little busy at the moment, so
Understandably
I'll
so.
get to you when the emergency is dealt with.
Emergency?
At least urgent. If it was medical, they probably would have called you. So it's probably fine enough.
Indeed.
I do not know most of the details, so I just know that they have a thing that they need to take care of.
Good to note.
Hello.
There you are, Harper. Sarah here was just mentioning that there's some sort of urgent matter that the council is dealing with. Do you know what that is?
No idea at all. Except for maybe the shrine thing that happened, but I don't know if that'd be it or not.
I believe that is a different situation.
Oh boy.
I suppose we'll hear about it eventually.
That we will.
If you need to hear about it, at least.
That is true.
Also true. So I assume Cassie's gonna be tied up for a little bit, because I started hearing those weird radio signal voices again, where it says like random phrases like angel or something. Though I heard that Cassie took care of that, and it was linked to that TV that's in our clinic.
Oh dear.
So I'd like to expedite that whole process with Cassie so we can get rid of that thing.
Yes, that would be prudent.
But if he's doing council stuff, that might be flight delay.
Do you think it's a magical thing?
Quite
If it's
honestly,
mechanical, I can take a look at it.
it's very organic.
Yeah, that's that now.
Well, I mean, you might be able to
It's
provide some
standard-
insight with the mechanical side.
Maybe.
Yeah, it is part TV.
Did the cleaning crew come down yet?
It's quite horrendous. Didn't see anything in there, so I think so. They might have did it while we were at the elections.
Right. See, Miss Winter is still about.
Oh, yes. Hope she stays safe.
Indeed.
I think she's used to these kind of places.
So, do we want to take a look at that then?
I suppose we could check if it's still in there. If not,
Sure.
then, if they have taken
Yeah.
it already, it might
If
be...
it's not in the crate, we have much more pressing matters if that thing escaped.
Indeed. Although I was more indicating if the cleaning crew came to pick it up.
Were they specified to take it?
I don't believe so.
Okay, where am I going? And am I going to need the gloves?
Chest right now. Oh, you will definitely need gloves.
Indeed.
Got it.
Right here.
Yeah, I think I'll put it on
That chest? Okay.
maybe the
Hello.
bench. We're gonna get the TV
that
out
down there.
to have Sarah look at it.
Okie dokie.
We're gonna put it on this bench over here.
I mean, we probably could examine it from the chest.
We could. I guess you could just sit it right here.
Okay, so on top of my mechanic 4, I also have medical 1. Oh boy!
Indeed.
It's something.
It's a thing! Great!
Yeah, we got a pretty good guess of the bio part of it.
Yeah, could get it to be... It's actually in the wall.
Yes. Hold on. Let me, let me fix that. Let me move forward a little bit. Beep beep beep.
Perfect.
Oh
Yeah, so
dear.
this is human DNA. It's a human mass that's only about 5 hours old, sourced from the DNA of multiple people from the 1950s.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Bit of an odd one.
Huh. Well, I'm going to inspect what I can. I don't expect to get any new information, but I don't think my major applies to this because there's all of that shit in there.
So the TV seems like something was inside of it and then got very, very upset that it was inside of such a cramped space. It seems like it's been punched quite a bit from the inside out. The monitor has the rigidity of, actual monitor material, but has the texture of skin.
What the fuck? That's... Yeah.
Indeed.
So, it punched its way out, to put it simply.
Think there was something in there that was bigger?
Yes? Maybe?
This might be like a nest kind of thing, like a cocoon.
Maybe. I mean, feel this. This is a monitor, except feels like skin.
What?
What the actual fuck?
It's tough, like cartilage.
Yeah. Was this in the tavern? Was it gotten from the tavern, or is this a second one?
I do believe it was taken from the tavern. I've heard
Yes, it was.
something attacked the tavern or something along those lines.
Well, supposedly it exploded
a lot more
inside
about
the
it.
tavern.
Yeah,
Do you think there could be a creature in there that came from this?
That may well be.
So, what I know, having heard about that situation, which is only a little bit, so Benny's alarm went off. That's what I heard. In the tavern. And he said that there was this. The meat TV. And I don't remember if he said there was any other signs of stuff outside, but maybe I don't remember.
I think it might be a good idea to bring this to the council's attention.
Yeah, probably.
Fair enough. And Cassie's on the council. He's already kind of involved, so we get everyone up to speed.
Indeed.
Here, I'll help you put this back in. Since we both have the glove on. Still.
Yeah. Click, click.
Okay.
Be sure to wash your hands well.
Yep, got it. Thank you, Mr. DM.
What? I don't know if I saw something I wasn't supposed to.
I would assume not.
That might have been the
Did you see that too?
I don't think so.
Well,
Oh,
from
is it
me
just like
or...
a white human figure? Like pure white?
With a hat? Did it have a hat?
No, it was just
Okay,
a
so-
human
so-
body.
It might have been the DM avatar. Did it look like it had like wraps that were hanging down? Did it turn black?
No, it was just like a static person. Like pure white. Like a silhouette. But pure white and glowing.
Anyway,
I don't know if I was supposed to see that or not.
I shrug. Sink.
Yes, we have a sink over here. We've always
Got
had a
it.
sink like here. Tune in next time for the 3.5 map where there's actually a sink.
Aha.
Upgrades, eventually.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm
Yeah,
going to
well,
see
that's
if I can go
fun.
find the council. Thank you for your assistance, Sarah.
Yep.
Hopefully we can get to the bottom of this.
Do I have to go down here as well?
Indeed, as
As
part of the
Wyvern?
Wyverns.
Okay. Okay. Figured I'd check.
Well, I guess the mayor's office would be a good place to try.
Indeed it would. But before we do that, I do still need to catch you up on a few things from yesterday.
Very well.
Okay, yes.
If you would, Harper, over here.
Oh. Thought there might have been something you had to take care of.
They just left the side.
I do believe that you may have seen some of the messages from Dr. Hofstein.
I did peruse a few, yes. Didn't realize we had someone coming.
Yes. To bring you up to speed, he's a galactic member that is now taking up particular residence in the Row Clinic. He seems to have a vested interest in the events of the bill.
In a good way or bad way?
In a bad way. And I don't think that he is going to look at you very fondly.
Good to know that before I meet him.
Yes, I would actually recommend that if you are able to avoid his presence.
Yeah, it might be for the best. Though hopefully it won't be as bad as the time Landon tried to rip my ear off.
I suppose we shall see. He arrived on the SS Pioneer, which is in orbit refueling at the moment, and it's a experimentation ship. He also has a synthetic assistant named Cuthbert. I would treat that synthetic as his own eyes and ears.
Exactly.
He had a very strong way of speaking about this bill and demi-humans, so I'm just very concerned, Papa. I know that we will do what we have to, but I don't know.
We always find a way. Best case, I can avoid him the best I can. And if I have to do treatment when he's around, I'll just do my job and roll with it. What he does, he will do. Not much I can really do back against the galactic part of Avalon. They
I
far
suppose.
outrank us. So on the more human side, is he amicable or also a bit of a handful?
Well, he's certainly strong-willed, I'll say that much. I'd say picture the most stereotypical you could for a galactic member showing up and exerting control, and that's pretty much how it's going.
That's a pretty clear picture.
I do believe with the incident at the corporate gate that he is now going to be taking up residence in our offices in the clinic.
I see. You know, it might actually be out of the question. They might take my desk. I have to plan for that.
That is what I was thinking. It might be a good idea if you perhaps moved it to maybe the corporate docks.
Yeah, that might be good. And store some of my stuff in the first floor storage, if need be.
Precisely. I think whatever you can do to keep his attention away from you would be good.
Likewise. Dealing with these galactic types are very tricky. It's like looking on glass.
Very tedious. Hopefully once this bill resolves, he'll have less interest in remaining around. We shall see.
Guess it depends on which way the bill goes.
That it does.
Though if he's around and the bill passes, I have much less faith in my treatment afterwards.
Precisely. But I have also not been idle, and I've been, getting things moving, seeing if there's anything that we can do.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe, at least for now, we can leave that as a matter for tomorrow. It's best that I go find the council.
Agreed.
I suppose you're welcome to come along if you like, but it's up to you.
I will. I'll come along for now.
Let's see if the office is busy. Right. I think it might be time for council radio then.
Promising. True. Always good to have.
This is Welby Sloan on council radio. Is there any members currently available?
Are currently on the we're in the Grove if you need us.
Very well, I'll be there in a moment. They're in the Grove.
Oh, well, right there.
I suppose we should wait in plain view in case they show up.
I do hear faint voices.
Okay.
Oh.
Ow.
Good day.
Hello, sorry.
And congratulations on your new positions.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
How can we help you?
I'm afraid that we have discovered something rather gruesome to bring up to the council's attention. Mr. Cassie has seen a bit of it already.
By chance, does it have to deal with this, static?
That it does. We currently have a half machine, half organic television that is in proper storage in the clinic.
I see.
this. The static, though? It shouldn't be doing. If it's in the clinic, it shouldn't be doing this.
Exactly
right now.
It's
my
here,
thought.
I think.
We had a discovery.
This wasn't here
with help
a
of Sarah.
minute ago. Yep. Oh,
It
yeah,
seems something
that-
might have busted out of the TV.
Indeed.
So there might be a creature lurking about.
Great, okay, so we've got a creature now fucking lurking about.
Maybe.
Right.
I'd like
If
to have
Cassie wants
Cassie's
to
help
keep
in looking at that.
Cassie has a limited amount of time before I go in it and I just shoot the thing because I don't want to deal with a possible.
I mean, I'm over just tossing in the
creature.
incinerator at this point.
Yeah,
Well,
same.
see, there is something
Hi.
appearing behind people.
I'm here.
Yeah, there is something. There is something that is lurking. I did see something
No
in the
magic.
doorway when I was talking to an individual.
Right.
I do keep thinking I see something out of the corner of my eye, but
I think it would be prudent to get Undersec on this as soon as possible.
Well, currently there's not really. I don't really know who the members are of Undersec. All I know is that I'm Undersec, but now I'm the council, so I'm a just. Right now, Undersec is kind of in a weird situation. So I'm gonna try and fix that. Hopefully.
Very well.
I
I
cannot
would
detect
suggest calling a meeting.
whatever it is that's
It's-
going on here.
It does seem to not have a magical signature.
A bunch of these are
No magic.
It's fresh. Like some of these weren't
Okay,
here
well-
a minute ago.
No, I mean, like, if you look at me.
thing is,
The
if it's
one
in the
person that
TV
could
and
help
incinerator,
It won't be like
if something got out,
possibly
it's already out.
It's either someone's back.
Could it?
Actually, yeah. Have you checked on
Sounds
it?
back.
Is it like
Or-
lurking around right now? Is the one that you've got in
The
the clinic
TV is still there.
It's still secure.
Is the thing still in
TV.
there though?
There,
Yeah,
if there was a
but focusing
creature
on
inside of
busting
it,
out
then
the
it
TV.
is running amok.
Yes.
I'm gonna kill Cassie.
It was brought
I'm
to us
gonna kill
busted
him.
open.
Okay.
We heard that it exploded in the tavern. So that might have been where it was hatched from. If something did come out.
Alright.
I also heard that it broke into
Is
the
it
cafe.
possible it's following someone? Because it.
That could be. It could be trying to hunt.
Alright then.
Again, I would recommend calling some sort of meeting to put out a
Yeah.
perhaps a bounty.
You know what? Yeah, we'll call a meeting.
I think I might have actually seen a drip there. I don't know.
We'll call in a meeting.
Alright.
Anyone you see, tell everybody to meet up in the water district. It is a
What is
meeting we
going on?
need to have with everybody. Now,
Indeed.
Preferably.
Alright.
Emergency meeting.
Okay. Yep.
You'd had one of those in a while.
Indeed.
But this is quite the ordeal.
I am curious if the Grove spirits would have any sort of insight.
Mayhaps. But that might be best left to Maroon since he's a Grove tender. Might
Precisely.
go over more smoother.
We don't know whatever this thing is capable of, so I don't think it would be wise to wander alone.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not sure we're seeing the same thing. Unfortunately, that makes things slightly. But see,
It seems to be spreading.
I did hear that it came from the gondola, from Cassie,
Yes, there is that as well.
this way. looks
originally.
like.
Can't seem to interact with locked doors.
Right. Let's make our way to the water district.
Indeed.
Well, this is very interesting. Non-magical, partly mechanical, partly organic creature running around that causes weird static.
Apologies to interrupt your conversation. I know it's probably important. Just letting you know that we're having an undercity meeting, like right now, here. Everybody's involved. Need to talk to
I
everybody
gotta
about
go
it.
up there and make sure that they're clearing it, because right now, Fire's not accepting an apology until we get Water and Air to both accept an apology, and then once those three have accepted apologies, we have to go to Grove.
That explains why Fire was running past us. Well, right now we kind of need to. This is kind of more of a bit of an issue.
Which one is it?
The thing, the TV.
Blue Sky? What happened with the TV?
Oh boy.
Sorry, I brought that in this morning, so it's part of the investigations I've been doing, so that's why I'm like.
I would
very
suggest we just wait to talk about it when everybody's here, because it's just easier instead of having to repeat ourselves over and over and over again.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I would get a broadcast going. I'm assuming that's probably something you're working on.
I don't have the access to. Case has that. Not me.
Case
We're
went
just
down to the
spreading the word right
wastelands.
now. Well, I don't have like.
I thought he
access to
would
it,
have.
so.
I assume he would
He
have
handed me
handed
the
off
keys
the
to the mayor's
keys.
office.
I would assume the keys to the booth are in there.
Hey.
What the fuck?
Okay.
You.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Who is this guy?
Hi?
Who is this guy? Okay.
Oh shit! This is Terry.
He
This
has
is
the
Terry.
static footprints. He's the static
he's-
footprints.
Get him! He's Terry. That's
Oh dear.
Is that the synthetic man that came out of a TV? What the hell is going on?
Well, it's either that or he's the one that was watching the TV before giving it up.
Maybe. It is interesting that he's dripping the static blood, I'll call it.
I saw another one of those earlier, but the individual was not revealing themselves. I can show you the sewer grate that they seemed to enter. It was actually up by the clinic.
I suppose it might be worth a look.
If you wish, of course. This happened a little while ago, though. I believe there's a gaggle of individuals by it right now, actually. The grate that leads to the right by the clinic is where they went.
Right.
I see.
But why is it here, specifically?
Because they're still trying to deal with that
it's
spirit
pissed off.
situation.
Right now, it's pissed off.
What is
That's
going
a
on?
completely different situation.
Hi.
No,
Okay, so
somebody
that's
else,
just-
because that's a great trauma.
Conversation. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
Okay.
found him.
What do you see there? Okay.
How convenient. They're
Well, we
going
found
the
where the
exact
trail's
same way
coming
the other one
from.
did.
Oh dear.
When it rains, it pours, it seems.
That is an understatement. The new council has their work cut out for them.
Find yourselves more. Do you both often find yourselves more
Back on the
busy
first
down
day.
here than anywhere else, or?
Depends on the day, but typically the mergers down here are quite different in scale. And
Yes.
type.
Well, Agent, when you have a moment, of course, following this, I do have one question I would wish to ask you. I've already spoken to Ms. Harper about it, but you know how it is when the supervisors add addendums to things.
Indeed. Is this a on-the-record question?
I suppose we can have that depend on you. This pertains to an incredibly hot-button topic.
I would hazard a guess to the bill.
Perceptive.
Very well. I think I have a moment. Would you prefer to speak in the clinic?
Wherever you wish. I
Very
assure
well.
you, it won't take long. It is merely one question.
If you're looking for everyone, they went that way chasing the creature. Oh, yes, I know.
If it is quick, then this should do.
And I suppose this would determine whether or not you wish for this to be on the record or not.
I suppose I'd like to hear the question.
Very good. Put simply, what would you do if the bill passes?
I suppose I'd do what I've always done. I'll take it in stride. We all have ways of dealing with things.
Given such a... Forgive me. Continue.
We all have ways of dealing with things. I suppose we can keep this off record. It is a strange change, to say the least, to then have to treat a coworker differently.
It is true. Miss Harper, amongst others, has been seen as a saint, it appears.
I suppose.
Even you yourself have seemed to have garnered a few positive reputations amongst the people. A few.
I try to do what I can.
Do you believe there could be violence?
I have a question for you, Miss Winter.
Of course.
Are all these questions strictly given from this survey?
Many. But as you can imagine, I think that it doesn't take anybody too perceptive to see what's been occurring ever since the bill has even been proposed. Unrest, deaths, the bombing of the corporate docks.
Indeed.
The fires are being stoked. And corporate wants answers. After all, who are we if not public affairs? Do you have an inquiry?
I would remind you that it's corporate that stoked the fire.
I had not stated my stance on it, good doctor. Agent.
Indeed you haven't, but you certainly seem to show a proclivity towards one direction, as would be expected.
Lift up some of her hair. Some of us know what it's like to languish as property, good doctor. It scares me.
Indeed. Indeed. Sometimes you don't have to be outright branded as property to have the same experience.
Perhaps one day I can share. Though recently the rug was ripped under my feet.
I'm guessing Sloan's in there speaking.
Be mindful of yourself and Miss Harper. Good doctor. Good agent.
I always am.
Especially of So your answer, should the bill pass, take it in stride.
I'll keep my chin up. I'll do what I've always done.
I'd expect no less of an answer. Do you have any further inquiries for me, good agent?
How long did you say you worked for the corporation again?
Since I was 16.
Were you always here on Hillian?
I was.
Do you still serve the same master?
No.
And how does that make you feel?
I know no other way. Perhaps one day I may share the conditions. Perhaps one day. Perhaps.
Very well.
Any other questions, good agent?
I suppose none for now, but if in the future you would like to speak in a less official capacity, I'm always one for conversation.
I would. I do as that as which is demanded of me.
If I may, Miss Winter, When was the last time you had a checkup?
I don't know.
Well, perhaps Miss Harper and I could assist you.
Perhaps so.
Should I make the call?
A checkup shouldn't hurt.
Indeed. Right this way, then. Harper, are you on this channel?
Yeah, dealing with an issue at the mayor's office right now.
What sort of issue?
Dealing with a static man.
Is there security personnel?
It seems under control for the moment.
Right, very good. When you have a moment, please let me know. I could use your help in the clinic. Oh dear. This is a very strange case indeed.
How one is. Both of you.
Come again?
A busy woman she is. Both of you are.
Indeed. Have you ever read any of the older reports from the city?
Loosely.
Were you privy to the Shadow Wyvern crisis?
No, sir.
Well, not too long ago, there was a terrorist group operating in the Undercity, known as the Shadow Wyverns. I would say that without the help given by the corporations during that troublesome time, then perhaps the Undercity might not have persisted as we know it.
You see the Undercity is indebted to the corporations, then?
Not quite, but there are some that remember the role that we played. There are parts of this city that have a long memory.
Bah.
Terrorists, then?
Yes. They had a penchant for magic and for unnatural mutations. They were led by a magical individual known as Mr. Nowhere, real name Jacob Fontaine. Mr. Fontaine had somehow developed a method that, whenever his alias was spoken, his magical ability to scry in that location would gain strength.
Oh my gosh, there's 2 Sloans.
What?
There's 2 Sloans.
Are you feeling all right?
My hair's pink. I'm covered in bandages on my noggin. A lemur got a levitation rune and I hit my head a bunch on the solid metal rose.
That would make sense. Have you been tended to already?
Yeah, Roland did it. I have my bandages on, but my head's all like pink now. Red, pink, red, pink, red, pink.
Indeed. Try not to hit your head again today.
Yeah. There's 2 of everything. Benny has 2 shops now. It's crazy.
Child figure.
I suppose. Believe it or not, they are a full-grown adult.
That did surprise me.
This city holds a lot of those. It does seem that Miss Harper will be kept busy for a little bit. I don't want to keep you if you don't want to stay.
My duty is to be here. I have worked a bit already. It seems that this has been a uncharacteristically intensive time for the Undercity. As such, it is somewhat difficult for me to inquire with others.
Indeed. I would refer back to your statement of when it rains it pours as being particularly accurate for the Undercity. You may have...
You would say then that is... Please, continue. Forgive me.
You may have several month-long stretches where everything runs just fine, and then we'll have a near-catastrophic magical disaster.
Why here?
That is the question.
It seems.
Row 32 seems to be a very special place on this planet. It is why I, as the planetary head of security, am in a... what some would claim to be lowly place. Miss Duskweaver?
Mrs. Sloan. Forgive me, am I interrupting anything?
Not at all. Have you already had introductions with Miss Winter?
No, I have not.
Winter Hyzel, Avalon Public Affairs.
Oh, well, Duskweaver, head of operations.
Head of operations? For whom?
Shimetsu.
Pleasure.
Indeed.
If you wish to have a private conversation, I may sit off to the side.
No, it is fine. I don't want to interrupt anything if you are conducting anything like that.
Idle chat.
Hmm.
For the moment. But perhaps at some point we could speak.
Of course. I have a little bit of a quick chat with Sloan, and if you wish to talk after that, I am I am open at the moment.
Very good. Then I will be off to the side.
Thank you, Miss Winter. Any updates?
I've made official arrangements with Liette. As far as the, pest control situation, I'm gonna have him run some recon and see if we can get some information on the situation.
Very good. He's a very dependable sort.
Between your... Indeed. I figure between, the head muscle from the wyverns, your resources and presence, and the potential and the aid of Liette and Task Force Taurus, we might be able to put together something that could effectively deal with the situation. However, information is very important at this point, so I have instructed him to brief and update me about anything they learn as far as that.
Very good.
Locations, specimens, examples, capabilities, locations. Things we all do when we can more formally plan as far as this.
Absolutely. Will this endeavor be officially sponsored by Shimetsu?
Correct.
In that case, with the very razor-sharp talons and claws that they seem to have, able to cut through steel, perhaps a shielding technology would be particularly useful.
I can try to pull some strings and maybe get some shield grenades, something like that, that could be beneficial when the time comes.
Indeed. I believe that if we're going to be poking the hive, that would be prudent.
Quite. I can't guarantee as far as armaments, but I can at least try to get some of those as far as munitions we can reuse.
Very good. Anything to help keep them at a distance.
Correct. And we could use distance and potentially protect the any backline units that may excel at range. Meanwhile, frontline units will take more of a more direct approach.
Indeed. I'm not sure how effective it might be, but I do have the idea that perhaps I could use some of the pesticide we had from the previous interaction to see if we can perhaps slow them.
That might be an idea. Although probably we would not need to capture a specimen and test it on them, see if its effectiveness.
I suppose we could try that. It does have a... You hear that gunfire?
Not quite.
Sounded like it was coming from the mayor's office.
Would that be interesting? Wanna check it out and see if it is the case?
Indeed, I'm guessing that it most likely has to do with the static creature that they supposedly had near there.
Static creature?
Yes, in case you have not heard, there is a semi-mechanical, semi-organic creature that seems to be going about with no magical signature.
Is it some sort of construct?
That is what we're trying to figure out. Cassie believes that it might be some sort of biochemical reaction.
I see. I'm not hearing anything so far, so maybe not. Maybe it might be a false alarm.
I think I heard a second round that was about as raucous as the first just now. And there goes again.
Well, let's I guess see what is going on then.
I suppose. If you wish, Miss Winter, you can remain here. We're going to inspect the situation.
Perhaps I will briefly poke my head down.
Very well.
Are we running towards anything in particular?
There is a hail of gunfire.
Oh, I did not hear that.
That might be.
What is that?
An excellent question.
We need to talk.
My, oh my.
Right.
What was that?
Okay. Alright, I'm sure there's going to be a massive meeting on this soon, but I'll give you the keynotes. Alright, remember the guy we saw run around shortly?
Yes.
Had like stuff on his face, he was freaking out. He ran into the mayor's office, he was running from something, remember? He was freaking out, saying it's coming after me, it's coming. Whatever it was caught up with him, and he turned into that. His limbs grew, everything started twisting, and he inhibited the host body. Now, that's all fine and dandy, but when we were in there with him, he said that he had a lot of friends deep in the sewer that, since he's been able to do this, are now coming. Well then, that might be shooting at him, but, they said that there's a signal, a seed planted. Everyone that went up to that wall that was changing texts is susceptible to be a host. That's part of the seed of what draws a signal to have them inhibit you. They're invisible. And they, like, take over your body or something.
And this is all non-magical.
That I'm not quite sure of. That might be a maroon question. I got in there a little bit later.
Well, this is not great to hear. That means both of us are susceptible.
It might be best to throw. I think most of the undercity is. But if he has friends coming to take more bodies, that sounds like an invasion. And I think that with him here, he said that because he's here, everyone else thinks it's safe to come here. So, might not be the most welcoming person ever, but I think it's time to introduce Mr. Abomination to the furnace.
I would
Sounds
agree.
Like getting a gunfire welcome. Also, he did come out of the TV. The TV's, I guess, effectively useless. We could probably trash that.
I think we should throw that entire crate into the furnace.
I agree. You want to do that now?
Yes. Let's nip this problem in the bud before it becomes anything else.
Okay.
Do also let God know that we were doing this.
Hmm?
Do also let God know.
We'll catch up to this at some point.
Renegade.
Hi. I just got the lowdown on our new friend. Yeah, we're
which
taking the
new
TV and we're
friend?
throwing it. The
Oh, the
abomination.
TV.
I'll call him. No, not him.
Where are
The
you
thing that
gonna
came out of the TV and obsessed someone. This is going in the furnace.
Okay. All right. Hold on. One moment.
Oh dear.
Hey, Apocalypse. They're throwing the thing that came out of the TV in the furnace.
No, we're throwing the
No,
TV
it's the
into the
TV
furnace.
itself.
Oh, are you guys throwing the TV itself?
Yeah,
What are
it's
you guys
inside the crate.
You're throwing the.
It's the
You're
TV.
throwing. Okay, you're throwing the TV itself into the incinerator. Okay.
Yeah, the thing that it came out of. Because we saw what came out of it and what it turned into. So it seems to be a contamination that doesn't need to be here anymore.
Okay. Go ahead. I've informed Apocalypse.
Roger that.
Alright. God, it's hot down here.
Let's hope it's not resistant to heat.
It's effectively lava down there. I don't even think our crate can survive that too long.
Hopefully not.
Judging by the sounds, I think our new friend is going to be here very long.
Yes, so what was all that gunfire before?
I'm assuming they saw him walk out of the mayor's office and immediately started shooting.
But
knowing
before
what
that
people are
moment,
into.
I was hearing even more gunfire.
Hi.
Catch me.
I don't quite know what's going on here. All I know is that I've gathered enough from.
Thank you.
I've gathered enough from Cynthia now that these things.
What did you do?
What these things are, some sort of vessels or something like that.
Yes.
And there's some correlation with the sign up there as far as being infected.
Yes, I would steer clear of any sort of static like that you see.
I see.
There's two of you.
Additionally, Cece mentioned.
What?
There's two of you.
Cece mentioned coming up to you for a reason, I
Two
guess,
of
maybe
me?
to inform you of maybe not to act against the creature, I guess.
Oh.
And why would that be?
You're quite dizzy, aren't you?
Yeah, there's two of
To be
everything.
frank, I don't quite know. All she said, just go to
I
Avalon.
see. Have you been looked at?
It's best to find out
Yeah,
why.
I mean, you are bandaged, so.
Right. Papa.
Roland looked at me.
Hmm.
Mr. Sloan wants you.
Let's get moving. We need to get on top of this.
I got what?
We need to find Cece.
So, how's it going?
Did you hear that?
What? Yeah.
Where is that gunfire coming from?
Sounds like the Grove.
Yes, something's attacking the grove.
Right.
Oh.
Is that friendly?
What is that?
It's a spirit. And no, I cannot open up the doors. I've already tried.
That might be for the
see.
best.
Well, I hope
It's
whatever's going on in there
Aeon
is,
that's in there. Aeon's in there and they're punishing him. Or her. It's her.
The Grove is?
Yes. Aeon stole from all the shrines. Hi!
Right.
Yeah,
you
Ian's
alright?
getting mad at people and shit, and
Do you have any idea where all the gunfire is coming from?
Ian,
Right.
she's trying to shoot the spirits, and then the crystals and all that stuff.
Oh, great.
Hopefully there's no fire started from all these gunshots.
Well, if she's shooting the crystals. Is that Sprig? Oh, no, I don't think that's Sprig.
Come here. Where is he?
Right. Do you know where Cece is?
Cece's
They're
talking
currently
to a
with
man.
Carl.
Yeah, I'm talking to a man named Carl in the fire district up on the top when you go to the sauna area.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, the wall that changes
Don't
descriptions.
let Carl scare you. He kind of scared me. There's two of him.
Yeah.
Do you know why Cece was saying not to attack the creature?
Harper saw him.
He's kind of
It's-
startling.
Yeah. So you know that person that was running away that had the static on his face?
Yes, I am aware that that's him.
Yes.
He sounds very civil. Doesn't look
He may be civil, but I mean, hearing that we're also acceptable hosts to his friends is quite alarming.
That is true.
I think Cece's trying
I don't want to become whatever Carl is.
Someone's in the grove.
Yeah.
Someone's in the grove? Who?
Up at the top. I can't tell who it is. They're up there.
The bird?
Right there.
Is it the bird?
You're looking at them.
I'm not really. Oh, I see them. Yeah, that's Aeon.
You're cute.
They stole from the shrines.
Oh.
Right. Let's keep looking, Harper.
Oneself. There's so many facets to this.
When we have the chance, I was also looking to try and give Miss Winter a checkup at the clinic.
I see. Was she injured?
No, but I suspect, after a conversation held with her, that there might be some sort of mental inhibitor that keeps her obedient. I'm curious if anything would show up in a scan.
Okay.
That's all. Hard to say whether or not we should just let the council handle this first, or try and get involved and help.
It seems okay for now. Everything seems calm. I think it's more of a next time we're down here, getting a meeting together, getting the entire Undercity up to speed and deciding our course of action.
I suppose, but if these creatures do seem to be more contagious to other parts of the city, this might be an escalation.
It's a possibility. I think they might stand here because I think it's safe for them from what I could tell by Carl's words.
I suppose we shall see.
I should probably fill out an order for requisitions before I forget.
That is a good point. I should do the same. Is there anything that you think that I should grab? Otherwise, I was thinking of getting titanium.
I'll go ahead and get your titanium. I'm just gonna put in for 3 glowberries. There we go.
Indeed. Have you seen Amelia as of late?
Not today, no. I can imagine she'd be down in the wasteland, so she's probably up in Mid-City today, or in the row.
Most
Probably
likely.
a lot of damage control after that incident at the docks. Reassurances and stuff, and paperwork.
I suppose. Right. I suppose if we do have free time, we could try getting that checkup with Miss Winter.
Of course.
I'll see if she's on the radio. Miss Winter, are you on this comm channel?
I am, good agent.
If you are available, we can do that checkup now.
Understood. I am going to be briefly conducting an interview and I will be right down.
Very well.
Thank you.
Very interesting day so far.
That's for sure. Though I feel like there's very few dull days in the Undercity.
Indeed.
Most of it goes beyond my comprehension. Well, I guess the Grove battle's over.
It would seem. I take it with the apparent lack of static in the area that the cleanup crew did come around.
Indeed.
I was contemplating taking a short trip down to the wasteland today, but I'm not sure if that's going to be in the cards.
Yeah, I might make it down for like a 5 or 10 minute trip just to pick up some glowberries and come right back. Quick grab and go.
Indeed. I think once we wrap up this checkup, I might accompany you down. I'm curious if the Wasteland Council has also had any preparations made for the election yet.
I do wonder.
Do you know if when we requisition the items, if we're supposed to ping every time?
I've heard yes and no. I just figure if it's on my heads up and recorded, then it's proof enough.
I suppose that's true.
I just specifically noted in my daily journal that the requisitions refer to specific items.
Right. I do believe that I have to requisition the titanium ore rather than the refined.
Yeah, I believe so. I'd say if you ever get to the point where you're requisitioning a 4-star rarity item, probably ping, since those are only available every rotation of maps. You get one. That might be one chance to, I'd say, probably ping for.
Indeed. That's also
Otherwise, basic stuff, I don't think so.
a level above my connections. I am curious if Amelia would have a corporate tech part.
It's quite possible.
What do you make of Miss Winter?
Curious soul. Pleasant.
I got the distinct feeling in our back and forth that there is a spirit that yearns to be free underneath. I suppose the checkup might tell much. Do you recall the scenario that we had with Miss Constantine?
Yes, very vividly.
I'm hoping that it is not something of that particular variety, but I'd like to see if there's some way we can help. I suppose I could also bring you up to speed that yesterday I was speaking with some of the wyverns to help get things moving. Mr. Maroon and Cece are also informed.
Hi. I don't know if I can get like either potions or something strong medically.
Well, we do have the conventional medicine. If you're looking for magical healing, I think that might be more Maroon's strong suit.
Listen, a spirit just told me to go get something powerful. I can only think of so many things. I'm trying to appease them here. They're destroying shops, man.
Right.
The spirit, they probably want something more magically inclined.
I would guess, but we could attempt with a injector, I suppose.
That's not willing to pay money. That's need be. So. How much are those things?
Yeah, if you want to give it a shot. 5,000 credits.
Ooh, that's a week's payment, but it's not good to me if I'm dead.
There you go. Thank you.
Thanks. God,
Best of luck.
Good luck.
Oh dear.
Spirits are quite the uproar.
It almost feels like old times. suppose I did overhear a bit of your questioning with Miss Winter, but I was curious to ask you myself, what would you do if the bill passed?
It's not too much you can do. I mean, in my position, at least being part of the corporation kind of gives you some kind of shield, albeit not much, but more so than other people, so cling under Avalon's umbrella and hope I don't succumb to cruel and unusual punishments, I guess.
I suppose.
Prove I'm more useful as an employee than a pet, I guess.
I suppose if you were to be deemed property, then you would need to have a legal owner.
Most likely. Depending on how it goes.
I truly hope it would never come to it, Harper, but if you ever needed me for something in that regard, I would be here to help.
I thank you for that. At least I know I'd be treated by... Oh, hello.
That's going to take some getting used to. But yes, I'm not keen on the subject.
Oh, that's Carl.
Indeed. Cynthia?
Keith, why do you watch me suffer?
Always in a panic.
Indeed. You know, she had mentioned breaking into the tavern before the apparent explosion happened. I am curious if she had any involvement.
With that one, it's hard to say. I'd believe anything.
Indeed.
The most truest example of a wild card I know. So if the bill does pass, do you think we'll get pet insurance?
I hadn't
I
thought to
remember
consider
Mira
it,
from a long
but
time ago had pet insurance.
I do believe that there is some sort of level for that. I know most likely sovereigns have it.
Yes.
What a state for the world, eh? It's even been thought that this could happen.
I'm on
It
way
is
back
crazy.
now, good doctor.
Roger that. We'll be waiting for your arrival. But so things go, I suppose.
Oh, hi. Need some painkillers?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay.
Miss Winter? I'll be with you in just a moment.
Fancy seeing you again.
Yes.
Understood.
I'd love to skate an interview with Miss Winter.
Very good. I hope that that can be used in some way.
I've made aim sure that it doesn't get used against me. I've elected to stay anonymous though, because... to be quite frank, I'm well aware of how things go.
Indeed. I'm afraid that it's
No.
not entirely my department, but I'll see if I can do anything.
But I might have to say, I've tended to approach a rather candid answer with Miss Winter. They asked me the question what I would do if the bill was passed. So I simply did the opposite as I asked a question for a question. She is deeply obedient to Avalon, even despite being a demi-human.
It would seem.
Now, whether or not that is artificial or not, I don't know. Either way, there may be potential to use that against us if that is the case.
How so?
Do you know who put him up to this?
I don't know in particular. I believe it's just the department as a whole.
There was a moment pause when I asked what she would do if the bill passed. Almost as if the cracks were a bit showing.
Indeed.
But in the end, she would follow orders, as expected. Maybe something potentially to exploit.
Perhaps. I will bear it in mind.
Of course.
Thank you for the information, Miss Dustweaver, but I also don't wish to keep her waiting too long.
Of course.
Do take care. Apologies for the wait, Miss Winter. If you would, right this way.
No need for apologies, good agent, good doctor. I understand times down here have been quite trying.
They certainly can be.
Alright then. How are you currently feeling?
I'm fine.
Do you recall when last you had a checkup?
I believe it's been a few months.
Ah, we're being silly. Hello, I'm right here.
Alright, we're being quirky. You might have answers that I don't. So,
Let's see. What are your answers? What are the questions?
we're about to find out.
About to find
We're
out.
just running a scan and see if there's anything abnormal.
I can at least elaborate to a few things that they would know immediately. Firstly, purely organic.
Take yourself off Whisper because they're running a scan on you. Just take, and I trust
okay.
Renegade and Steven to both not worry about that. So,
Firstly, purely organic. There hasn't been a single drug, not a single piece of cyberware. There has not been a touch of any of that on this person. Nothing. Secondly, the only blemish I suppose you can make notice of is the tattoo on her neck here. I know it's a little crunchy, but there are digits. You likely would have never ever seen them before.
Okay then. So no signs of any like chips or anything on the brain, just completely
Nope.
normal.
Nothing. Purely
Okay.
organic. 110% organic.
Yep. Purely organic.
Got it.
Yeah, quick,
Okay.
one more
Is there
question.
anything else? Cool.
Way back when we had dealings with the, whatchamacallit, I forget the name of it, the Trident chips.
Personality
Were
chips?
those, yes, were those wholly
Personality
organic?
I would imagine there's some electronics in them, so it would have shown up. And no, there is genuinely nothing on this person. There is
It was an actual chip.
actually fucking nothing on them. They are purely organic. Like, to the point that it's almost weird that they're purely organic. Because almost everybody has a little bit of cyberware, or some amount of genetic modification. But this is strange.
Just normal.
I'll be going now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Seamoss.
All right, your scans came back completely normal. You're healthy as can be. I'm impressed.
Impressed? Oh, were you expecting me to be a deviant?
Oh no, just at least usually there's at least something. But you're in
I'm
perfect
teasing.
health. You take care of yourself.
Well, I certainly will try. You seem to have gathered somewhat of a group out there. I'm uncertain.
Races and creatures.
Is there a problem?
That's.
Yes. Well, I think. Oh my God! What?
There's a.
Is it a tall individual that seems to have twisted limbs?
It's fleshy.
A twisted, giant ass neck like a human giraffe.
That's Carl.
I don't know. Somebody fucked a giraffe.
Carl?
Yep, they're Carl. They're
For the moment,
harmless
they
for the
are.
most part at this time.
Indeed.
Okay. Damn, now I feel racist. I feel hella.
I don't
You're
feel
perfectly fine.
bad for anything. Also, she might have swallowed some kind of water runic thing. I need y'all to make sure she's okay.
What, Miss Winter?
Who?
I mean, actually, if I could just.
I was gonna say I hadn't drank anything.
Ah, that would explain it.
Is it still in your mouth?
Yeah.
Do you not swallow it?
Whoever's on the cot over there.
Okay.
What?
It looked like
Where
some
did you
sort
get
of
this from?
small blue glowing thing. We found
People
it
of the other
outside
city.
on a wall.
This is an announcement from the mayor's office. There is a new resident in the inner city. They may look a bit strange. They may look a little bit frightening, but it's very important that everyone
What is
treats
that, like a
them
rune?
with kindness and respect, and that there is no violence. The name is Carl, and they in fact would like to add a few
Ask Marine
words.
about it. You might know what it is.
Add a few. Okay, sure. Maybe it won't
Well,
sound
try to put it in your
horrifying.
mouth.
Okay.
Everybody, my name is Carl. It's so good to meet all of you. Please be nice to me and my friends. We may be strangers, but we don't have to be strangers to you. Have a beautiful day.
That's definitely not going to be a problem later.
Surely not.
Let's get you down to scratch. How about that? Come on.
Pleasure.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Winter.
Sorry. Come on, we're leaving. We're going.
Take care. If you gotta go, it's nice to meet you.
We don't
Miss
want
Orchid.
Carl inside of you at all.
Oh dear.
Should I even
What
be
the fuck?
remotely concerned?
I mean,
Come on. Yeah, well, yeah.
my, what a day.
Very much
Indeed.
so. Oh, won't take up any more of you guys. It's very important.
Nice to meet you.
Do take care.
Nice meeting ya. I'm Orkin.
I am conducting interviews if you have an interest at some point.
You should probably head to Scraptown.
Yes.
That is a good point.
Jaunt.
Not quite that kind of interview, but maybe I can still put a word in for you. Avalon Public Affairs. Oh.
Well, sorry, sounds interesting enough. I'm not really doing anything outside of looking for work, so sure.
Well, it pertains to your opinions on Avalon and some of the current events, if you have an interest in asking or answering them.
Well, bit of a touchy subject.
You can remain anonymous if you wish.
Sure. You know what? I'll get back to you,
No.
Winter. Okay?
Okay. Take your time, Miss Orchid.
Very quickly. Like, in the next minute.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, go let him know.
I look forward to
Feel
speaking
free
to
to
you.
give me a call. Look forward to speaking to you as well. Sorry. See y'all.
I
They seem
wanted
pleasant.
to say something.
Was she hitting on me?
Specifically for the local doctors, I'd be careful around Aeon, the Bluebird. I was trying to apply first aid over there, and they threw me in the river while I was trying to help them.
Right.
So, just be a bit cautious around them.
Good to know. They have been quite hyperactive today.
It would seem. Thank you, Sylph.
You said you're both going to the Undercity then.
Honestly,
Goodness me, the
they're trying to
wasteland.
make it sound like it was my
Yes,
fault.
short bit of business there.
I'm, truth be told, that's been the one area I've been somewhat afraid to go to.
It can be,
I expected,
rough for those of corporate countenance.
I expected there to be some pushing here, but there is where I almost expect to be shot.
It depends on what you say.
Well, I certainly am not wishing
It was
to,
pleasant meeting you, Winter. We'll be heading down to the wasteland for a short while. Check on
be
things and
safe, please.
some materials. And I hope you have a safe night.
Be safe. It's a pleasure seeing you both again.
Indeed. Take care.
What was that?
That was interesting. Righty. Let's see if there's anything less strange happening in the wastes.
Let's hope.
All right. So whilst we load, gotta real quick run to the restroom, grab a bit of water. Be back in just a moment.
Yeah, that's what
Hi,
I'll tell you about.
Skiff.
Steven
I'm
going
here
along,
too.
he might get a little creative.
You
with
know
me
what
and
I
Steven
want to do.
separated.
You know what I'm here
to-
for.
Are you part of what's gonna
You want me
happen?
a little?
I'm aware. Let's just say I'm aware.
Yes, the GM team is aware. So we got to be creative on separating Steven from